our next guest, I met 20 years ago now? And about 20 years ago. And I went to church with her, and she knew my mom, and she graciously accepted my invitation to learn about Cutco knives when I was about 19 years old. Maybe that wasn't 20 years ago, but so she said she had already had knives, but she wanted more. So she bought 1 or 2 knives for me and started telling me about personal development. I've never forgotten it. And then lately, just this last couple of months, her name popped up on the training I was doing. So I reached out to her, and she's still encouraging women of faith. And I'm so excited to have Diane on with us. So go ahead and tell us what you do and everything about you.
Excellent. Well, I'm so glad to be here, Sarah. My name is Diane Cunningham Ellis. And yeah, that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
And yeah, I've got my master's degree in counseling, but I haven't done that for many years. I've been more in the coaching realm. In 2010, I created the National Association of Christian Women Entrepreneurs and led that for 7 years, and then sold that, which was a great thing. And that company is still going strong, which is a great testimony. And really, I coach women. I coach Christian women entrepreneurs. I help them with their business, body, and boundaries. And I have a program called Nourish. Had the gift of recovery from alcoholism and also from food and dieting addiction. And I know that that's an area that a lot of us struggle with: food and body and self-hatred and, all of these things that, I make sure we are talking about, and I'm not afraid. So that's one of the pieces I do. I'm a wife. My husband is in the next room. He's former FBI, and he's a private investigator. And what else? That's it for now.
So what's in the cards for you now? What are you planning to do?
Gosh, well, I am currently running my yearly mastermind group, which is called Brave Creations Inner Circle. I have 15 women enrolled in that. And then I'm getting ready to combine a couple old programs and mix them together and create what's going to be called the Nourished Life Club. And so that will be a membership. And it's something I've already done once. I did a class called Nourish, and then I've done a group called the Life Change Club. Combo, magic system, and get them mushed together. And then I've been busting out a lot of books this year. You've probably seen some of these. This year I've created 3 new books, workbooks. Let me just grab one to show you.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I've got the Inspiration Blueprint, and these are all really like workbooks. They're all filled with coaching tools and templates. And then I have my other 2 that I've been busy in 2020. 2020 has been really weird.
Yes.
And we all know that. But before it got super weird, I was just really working hard on taking things I'd already created, combining them, and getting them onto Amazon. So
great.
All of these are available on Amazon, and I've got 7 others. So those are some things I've been working on.
Great. One thing I like to do whenever I find out somebody has an item available, I always give away one for free. So if anybody listening, put something on the comments and let us know that you're listening, and I'll choose a winner from there, and they'll get one of your books.
Awesome. Great.
Yeah. What's been your proudest moment so far with everything that you do?
Oh my gosh. So many are flashing through my mind. I think I'm really good at starting over. And I would say one of the proudest moments is my book called Rock Bottom is a Beautiful Place, where I tell my alcoholism story. And I told that on YouTube. And I guess that makes me proud because I've been able to use something that could be horrible and I could have led to total destruction. And I not everybody is comfortable sharing things like that, but I knew God. Basically I had this God, a lot of God moments, obviously, to get to the point where I knew I had a platform. I knew I had tribe of women following me.
Mm-hmm.
And if I could just help one or two of those women by sharing my authentic truth, then that was my job.
Mm-hmm.
And so that gives me that, knowing that being vulnerable can help someone else be vulnerable makes me honored and proud.
Awesome. Oh, that's really good. I love that. Let's see. So if you had to state your mission, what would your overall mission be for women?
Yeah, I know it by heart, and that's important. I teach my clients to write theirs and know it. My mission in life is to inspire women to dream big, catch on fire, and change the world.
Great.
And so it's been the mission for 10 years. And that it's the same whether I'm meeting with a woman from AA or whether I'm on a podcast or whether I'm leading a group of 100. I want to inspire you to catch on fire about whatever fires you up.
Yeah.
I want you to go out and change the world that's right in front of you. You don't have to fly across the country. We just need to show up right where we're called and do the hands-on work. So that's my mission.
So what would you say is one of the most life-changing books that you've ever read?
The one that's coming up for me right now, what I never want to overthink it. So what's fresh on my mind right now is a book called Codependent No More. Mm-hmm. And are you familiar with that one?
No, I've read Boundaries though, so I'm assuming it's
yeah, they're in the same genre. And I of course love a bunch of books. I've got books everywhere, but Codependent No More was really life-changing. I think the first time I read it was 20, 30 years ago. Mm-hmm. It's been around forever, and it's about boundaries. It's about detaching with love. It's about not getting tossed about by everybody else's feelings and life. And I've had to learn how to do that so I can stay in recovery. I've had to learn how to do that in business so that I don't put everything on a coupon code. Mm-hmm. I've had to learn how to honor my own feelings, not get swamped away by them, but to feel them and then take action, go on. And so that book has a lot of just little nuggets in it, wisdom about how we can embrace the change and not try to fix everybody. It's not my, there's a whole, and I'm going to say this just because it's coming to mind. There's something in Al-Anon called the 4 M's. Mm-hmm. And we have to watch out for mothering, martyrdom, managing, and manipulating.
Yeah.
Because as women, we just love to do all that. Like I want to manage your life. I want to mother you. I've never been a mother, but I want to mother you. I want to tell my husband what to do. It's none of my job. He's a grown man and I need to stay in my lane. Mm-hmm. And so I think part of us, the more we grow up, so to speak, there's a lot of unlearning the things that don't fit anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. I'm thinking of the 4 M's. My husband's going to be like, see, I told you.
I know. I recorded a great YouTube video about it. Maybe we can drop it in the link below.
Yeah, that would be great. So one thing that somebody had actually asked me this for another podcast and said that they wanted to know the answer, but what is something that you didn't know that has helped you kind of create your businesses?
I didn't know how powerful it was that I needed help. Mm-hmm. So before we started the recording, we were talking about one of my secret weapons is my virtual assistant. Yeah. I mean, I know her in person, and but we call it a virtual assistant because, a lot of times you're working with somebody, that doesn't live near you, that you've never met. But that has been crucial. And I remember the first time in 2010, I'm not kidding. I remember the first woman I hired. Her name was Kathy. I still use her on occasion. And I was so afraid to hire her. I was so afraid. I was like, I don't have any money. I don't know how much you cost. I don't know. I can't afford you. I was freaked out. Mm-hmm. And I needed her because I learned and all I could learn by myself on free webinars, on, reading the books. And I hired her and she helped me and she did things in probably an hour that would have taken me 10 hours. Oh, yeah. And so my best tip to all of you is to not be afraid to get the help. Always, ongoing, forever and ever. Amen. I still have her. I've added, for a while there, I had 6 women I was paying every month that were on my team during the highlight of the National Association of Christian Women Entrepreneurs. And so I knew that I needed to be a good leader.
Mm-hmm.
I needed to delegate. I needed to let go of some of my controlling type A situation, because I'm paying them to do something. If I don't tell them, if I don't release it, it can never happen.
Mm-hmm.
So my best tip for us is, baby steps, hire somebody, one person. And if you need help with that, referrals, you and I talked about that before the call. If you need to know, who, that's how we get our haircut, right? Who do you know that that's how we find our haircut person, our toenail person, our dog cutting, our dog people. It's referrals too, and that will help you to be in your brilliance.
Yeah, I cannot stress how important that is. And I finally just learned it. So it's saying you can always get more money, but you can't ever get more time. Mm-hmm. And when I heard that, that just changed my life. And I started actually looking for people. So that I can attest to that too. It's very important. And I find it so hard to ask for help, but then once you kind of hit that wall and you can't go any further, and it take you a year to learn something that somebody else has already put their time into. Right. Combine it, get their time, pay them.
Yes.
So I could go on that one forever. Oh my goodness. Okay. So, so how can people find you online? What are your links? And then, also you said Amazon, so you can throw both of those in there.
Sure. Everything's just the easiest place is my website, DianeCunningham.com. And everything's on there, my Amazon stuff and my YouTube. I've been on YouTube since 2008.
Oh,
I've
wow.
got a lot of videos, a lot of things. So my main places are Facebook and YouTube. Mm-hmm. You can only be in so many places, people. And so that's the best way to find out about my new programs and my good stuff that I have available.
Mm-hmm. Great. Well, is there anything else you would like to tell the audience? The podcast is your platform for the world.
Yes. Well, we just mentioned it, and I have a sign to remind me. So let me just share this with everybody. So what I teach in all my programs are these 3 main things, and we kind of just alluded to it. Number 1, be real. Number 2, ask for help. And number 3, take action.
Great.
And I just call this like the brave recipe. Mm-hmm. And so I think that's what I would like to leave everybody with. I mean, you guys have seen me be brave here, or be real on this call, talking about things that people don't talk about, right?
Right.
And then asking for help. I have to do that just as much in my business as I need to do it in my marriage, as I need to do it in learning how to cook and how to build a membership. I need help in every way, and there's no shame in any of it. Mm-hmm. The older you get, you're like, yes, like bring it, come down, help me. And the third one, if nothing will ever happen if I just think about it. Mm-hmm. We don't need to have, I heard on a meeting the other day, that this lady said, I can go easily into having a think-a-thon. I was like, oh my gosh. We don't need to have a think-a-thon. I need to take action.
Yes.
I need to send the email and see what happens. I need to have the phone call. The worst she can say is no. I mean, my gosh, right. We're not dying here. I'm not doing brain surgery. So, thank God there's somebody else doing that. But if I don't take any action, nothing will happen for me, for you, for my clients. Mm-hmm. So you took action by reaching out back in the old days, and then now again for us to reconnect. And because of this conversation, somebody else will get a little bit of inspiration that they wouldn't have had before.
Right.
So those are the 3 main things that really are close to my heart.
Great. One of my favorite quotes, and I've loved it since I was 12 years old, was, if you don't ask, the answer is no anyway.
Yeah.
That's perfect with taking action.
Yeah. It's so awesome. I mean, and here's the deal. We're all scared by different stuff. Mm-hmm. It's like the things that scare you might be easy for me.
Right.
Who cares? Oh, well, like, I want to learn. And we have to remember, this is, we always think that everybody knows what we know. Totally wrong.
Right.
I know a million things I could learn from you. And, we could sit together all day and you could watch me do my stuff and you'd be like, oh my gosh. And I would do the same with you.
Oh, I love it so much. Well, thank you so much for coming on. Everyone got so much value out of this. It was so great. Thank you.
Awesome. All right. Bye, everybody.